Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. My name is Caroline Passmore. I am the founder and profit strategist of CRP Specialists, Inc. CRP Specialists is an advisory firm that specializes in skilled construction trades that use a field service application such as Service Titan, House Call Pro, Jobber, and many others. Now, today let's talk about something that just does not get said loud enough these days. So a lot of business owners don't actually know when they can pay themselves. You're running jobs, bringing in revenue, keeping the team moving, and then it comes time to take money out of the business, and then this question hits you. Can I afford to pay myself this month? If that question does feel familiar, you're definitely not alone. And it's not a sign that something is wrong with you or your business. It's usually a sign that the structure around it has not been built out quite yet. Because paying yourself shouldn't feel like a gamble. It should feel like a decision that you can make with absolute confidence. So today we're going to cover 3 things: why profit and cash are not the same thing, what a safe owner draw actually looks like, and a simple 4-week forecasting method that takes the guesswork out of it. Now, the part 1 is that the profit and cash are not the same thing, as I said. This is where most of the confusion really does start. And it's not, and it's really important to get clear on it before anything else. So your profit and loss statement might show you made money this month, but your bank account might tell you a completely different story. That's absolutely not a mistake. That's timing. So profit is recorded based on when revenue is earned and when expenses are logged. Cash is based on when money actually moves in and out of your account. In the trades, these 2 things are almost never perfectly aligned. You might have jobs completed but not yet collected. You might have expenses that hit before the customer pays. And you might be sitting on a healthy P&L while waiting on 5 invoices that are 2 weeks overdue or longer. So if you're making the decision to pay yourself based only on what your profit looks like, without understanding where the cash actually is, then you can end up pulling money the business has not received yet. And that's where things get tight super fast. Now, the second part is what a safe owner draw looks like. Paying yourself really should not be based on whatever is sitting in the account at the end of the month or the week. That's a reaction, not a decision. And we need to make firm decisions. A safe draw starts with understanding what the business needs to stay healthy: payroll, materials, overhead, upcoming vendor obligations, and what's left after those are covered. Then it comes down to consistency, not one good week, a steady pattern over time. If your revenue is variable and your numbers are moving around a lot, then your draw should reflect that reality. A smaller, consistent amount is almost always better than pulling a large amount one month and then feeling the pressure of it the next. The goal is to break down that cycle. The one where you pay yourself when things feel good and then feel the squeeze when things are slow. Structure is what replaces that cycle. So now we're going to talk about the 4-week forecasting method. This is one of the simplest tools that you can use, and it works even if you don't love spreadsheets, I promise. Before you take a draw, look at the next 4 weeks. What cash do you realistically expect to come in? Not everything on your invoice list, obviously. What's actually likely to be paid in the next 4 weeks based on your customers' patterns. Then look at what has to go out. Payroll, vendors, materials, loan payments, anything already committed. Once you have both of those numbers, ask yourself one very simple question. After all of that is covered, is there room to take a draw without putting pressure on the business over the next month? If your answer is yes, then move forward with confidence. If the answer is no, then you wait. And now you know why you're waiting instead of just feeling uneasy about it. The shift from guessing to knowing is what makes the method worth building into a habit. Now, when paying yourself feels risky or uncomfortable, it's almost always because the decision is being made without visibility. You're looking at bank balance without fully understanding what the balance needs to cover in the weeks ahead. Once you separate profit from cash, and once you start looking forward instead of just at today, the decision gets a lot clearer. It stops being emotional and starts being mathematical. And that's a much better place to make a decision. So you should be able to pay yourself from your business consistently, not just when things feel good. But it also has to be built on structure, not on what's left over, not on how busy last week was, on a clear picture of what's coming in, what's going out, and what the business genuinely can support. When that structure exists, you stop guessing, and begin absolutely being confident after every single draw. You stop the cycle of feast and squeeze. That's the goal, not just getting paid, but getting paid with confidence every single time. The main changes are that you want to make sure that you are doing all of these things consistently. So we do appreciate you being here today. I hope this all makes sense and that you get a lot of value out of it. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. I am more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Now, before I go, I wanted to give you an update on our new circle community from chaos to clarity. It's more than likely has been shoved to mid-April, as we definitely have run into some delays. One of them, of course, I'm sure you understand, being tax season. But we definitely will get it all worked out, and I will let you know and keep you updated in my weekly lives, because that's where we're going to be holding these particular lives in the future once we get the community up and running. So, and also in addition to that, it's going to have a lot of additional information that we're going to be offering within the community, because it's where both my current and future clients will live and join me with a lot of tips and tricks and help them understand their books. So watch for the announcements coming soon, and thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a truly amazing day.